Well, the videos just don't stop. Outrageous scenes of excessive force used by police against black men, women, and even children. What adds to the outrage is that, in many cases, the police should not even have been called. For example, Alabama police say they're investigating an arrest caught on camera in the town of Saraland. A patron at a Waffle House was unhappy to hear that she would have to pay extra for plastic cutlery. Then things got ugly, and it went viral.
No, but that's not what you're going to do to me. You're not going to grab on me like that, no. Come on, Kiki, let's just go outside. Please talk to you separately, because he just come here and just grabbed on me like for no reason. I would say I was going. Yes, he would have. All she did was asking what's they doing. Why are y'all pushing her? She's not doing nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? No, y'all doing nothing. Y'all are really doing stuff to me. What are you doing?
Still with us here is Wendy Wilson, managing editor of the Grio, and you saw that disturbing video. In that video, the young woman who was arrested was Chekesia Clemons. She joins a long list of people who have been really humiliated by police. Wendy Wilson is managing editor of the Grio, and she's back now to discuss this story. You saw that video. Yes. It always strikes me when she's taken down to the floor and she's partially exposed.
Yes, yes.
It's a little jolting.
It's more than jolting. It is disturbing on all levels to see this 25-year-old woman, Chekesia, who is humiliated, who is disrobed in the process. She was wearing a strapless dress that came undone. To see 3 white male officers manhandle her body for no reason whatsoever. She did not pose a threat, and she was unarmed. So explain to me exactly why she needed to be not only choked in the process, body slammed in the process of being arrested.
So her top was ripped off
Yes.
during this arrest, and there was no obvious sign that she was actually trying to fight back. We're playing that video now.
Yeah.
What does this incident, what's on our screen right now, tell us about how black women in particular, because we always talk about black men, but black women are being treated by police?
Yeah, I don't think we really thought about that until Sandra Bland happened, and we really kind of understood that black women are just as much a part of Black Lives Matter and just as much a part of being victims of police brutality than black men are. We are all victims when it comes to being treated unfairly by law enforcement. I got the opportunity really last week to very briefly speak to Chekesia, and one of the things she said to me is, I feel humiliated. I feel as if, she's like, I'm dealing with the bruises. I can't sleep. I can't eat. She has a 6-year-old daughter, and Chekesia is crying all the time. She says, when my daughter sees me cry, she cries. So can you imagine to see your mother go through this, or to have to explain to your 6-year-old what happened to me? And then there goes the relationship between a child and law enforcement. It starts from there, right? So she now has to explain what happened to mommy. Tomorrow on the Grio, we're going to have a story. Actually, I also interviewed Chekesia's mother, and her mother talks about receiving the call at 3:05 a.m. to hear that her daughter had been arrested, and to then go to the bondsman and to the police area to get her out of jail, but to see the video while she was waiting. And she said to me, to see my child go through that, she said, it was something that I'll never forget. My baby, to have my baby go through that.
You are a news executive. You help choose the stories that get time in the public eye. Why hasn't this story gotten as much traction as, say, the case with Starbucks and those black men? Why is this story with the black women not getting much traction? Well,
I think part of it is, it's in Alabama. That might be part of it. It's a small part of Alabama. It's outside of Mobile. It still certainly has the videotape, kind of evidence that Starbucks had. But I think it's also, again, it's a black woman who there's some allegation that Chekesia was perhaps intoxicated at the time. I will tell you that I've also spoken to the attorney representing her, Benjamin Crump, who, as we know, is of Trayvon Martin fame. And Mr. Crump has found 2 folks who were at the Waffle House at the time who witnessed the incident, who both said she was not intoxicated. We walked by that table numerous times. She was with friends. They were jovial. They were laughing. There was no sense of drunkenness happening.
Thank you very much. Wendy Wilson, managing editor at the Grio.
Thank you.
Still to come, a health warning that we all need to know about. You're watching Arise America.